The Law of Action: How to Hit Your Target Every Time by Roland, Byrd. Why you aren't getting what you want. It's an awesome thing to comprehend that what a human being dreams and imagines can be realized. Vanabanta. You understand the reason you're not reaching all of your goals is because you're missing one of the four critical parts to effective goal fulfillment. Here they are again. You must have a goal. You must create a plan. You must take action on your plan. You must monitor your results and adjust as needed. Perhaps the thought, "I know that already," crossed your mind. If that's the case, then please pay even more attention. As T. Harv Eker, best-selling author and multimillionaire, teaches, when your brain says, "I know that," it's discounting the information as unimportant. When that happens, you might simply need say, "Thank you," to your mind and then pay even more attention. Why? Your subconscious mind doesn't like change. It likes the patterns you've developed over your life and resists when you're creating new ones. Thoughts like, "I know that already," are your subconscious mind trying to make you stay in your old patterns. But here's the rub. Your old patterns weren't consistently getting you what you want. To get what you want, you must change your patterns. How do I change my patterns? I'm glad you asked. One of the first steps in changing old patterns is to recognize them. Thoughts that run counter to your new goals are red flags, signs that your subconscious mind is resisting. When those thoughts enter your mind, you simply say, "Thank you" to your mind, and then continue what you were doing. Got it? Great. Let's examine each of the four parts to effective goal reaching in more detail. We'll look at them from all sides and listen to what they're telling us. You must have a goal. This seems self-explanatory, but you might be surprised how many people fail to do this one simple step. Your goal is your destination. If you don't know your destination, you'll never reach it. If you only vaguely know your destination, you might get in the general vicinity, but you won't hit your target. That means you'll fail to get the results you want. But when you know your exact destination, that's when your goal takes on true power. We'll cover goal setting in detail later. For now, just remember that having a goal is critical to your success. You must create a plan. This is one where people consistently fall short. Lots of us are good at creating our goals. Great goals with lots of detailed true vision and positive emotion behind them. But then we either have no plan or only an idea of how we'll achieve the goal with no defined steps. Does that work? It never worked for me or anyone else that I know, not on big goals. If you never created a plan for achieving your goals, when you examine the results you're getting, you'll discover it never worked for you either. Remember, creating a plan is as important as having a goal. We'll cover planning in detail later. You must take action on your plan. Action is the fire burning beneath the hot air balloon of your goal. If there's no fire, the balloon is just an empty sack on the ground. Sure, it's colorful and has potential, amazing potential, but until you add that fire, it's not going anywhere. Like the hot air balloon, when you start the fire beneath your goal, it takes a while to fill and get off the ground. But once you're in the air, it takes smaller burns to stay in the sky than it did to lift off. Once you're taking consistent action on your goal, you build momentum. Momentum creates miracles. Remember that. You must monitor your results and adjust as needed. You understand it's critical to take action on your goals. You'll get farther by taking action than you ever will by wishing. But if you fail to monitor your results, you'll have a hard time knowing if the action you're taking is effective. Dr. Stephen Covey uses an analogy in his 7 Habits of Highly Effective People that's spot on. It doesn't matter how hard you're hacking away at the undergrowth, blazing a trail through the jungle. You can make great progress, but if you're in the wrong jungle, you'll never reach your destination. That's why paying attention to the results you're getting is so important. When you take action on your goal, things start happening. It's up to you to determine if those things are carrying you closer to your goal or farther away. Even actions that bring you closer to your goal must be monitored. That's how you fine-tune them and either reach your goal faster or surpass it. You recognize now that you haven't been getting what you want because you haven't been using all 4 steps necessary to successfully achieve your goals. That means you're also accepting accountability for your success or failure in these areas. This is a great time to define failure. Failure only means you didn't get the results you wanted or expected. When things don't work out, many people feel that they're a failure. That's a sad place to live. I know, I used to live there. When you fail, it means there's more you need to learn or do so you can succeed. The only true failure is when you give up. In reality, failure is simply a teacher. It tells you what you're doing wrong and helps you learn what to do differently. When you use it that way, it helps you grow. Without failure and feedback, you'd never master anything. When something doesn't work the way you expected or hoped, it's best to do 3 things. 1, pay attention to what worked. There's no need to discard the parts that were successful just because the whole thing didn't work out. 2, examine your results and discover what you need to change. Then create a new plan that includes your changes. 3, the next time you try, use your modified plan. Now keep repeating steps 1 through 3 until you succeed. Over the next few chapters, we'll cover each of the 4 steps in detail. We'll identify possible pitfalls, reveal ways you'll avoid them, and go over steps you can take now to start effectively implementing each of the 4 steps. By the time you're done with this book, you'll have all the tools you need to create and achieve effective goals, and you'll be well on your way to mastering the law of action. Next, we'll reveal the truth about your subconscious mind and how to make it your ally. Action points. You must create a goal. You must create a plan. You must take action on your plan. You must monitor your results and adjust your actions accordingly.